Hey, it's Mindy with Astrology by Love, and I wish I could tell you that is just a clickbait title, but I can't. We are about to have a lot of transits in the sign of Aries, and this will change them. They will be permanently different. Aries energy is ruled by Mars. Aries energy likes to fight, sometimes just for the sake of fighting. Competition is fun, going first, thinking about it later, and that's what Aries energy is all about. Speed, getting it done, fighting. Aries in ancient mythology is the god of war. So engaging in battle, outrunning, outracing, outdoing, this is Aries energy. However, we have three different things happening before Neptune moves into Aries on March 29th of this year, 2025. So on March 1st, the planet Venus, that is already in the sign of Aries, Aries energy is feeling beautiful, it's feeling special, it's feeling above board. And so on March 1st, the planet Venus in the sign of Aries right now goes retrograde. So Aries is kind of going to feel like the universe is picking on them. Like things just don't taste quite right. Life's a little bit less fun, a little bit more expensive. They're not really looking good. Not that Aries ever cared what other people's opinion was of them, but seriously, this might bother them. Then on March 3rd, the planet Mercury moves into the sign of Aries. So that's quick thinking, that's quick speaking, all this while Venus is still retrograde. Venus is kind of messing with the money, messing with the way they look. So Mercury's moving through Aries energy while Venus is going backwards. Then on March 15th, Mercury starts going backwards. So this is Aries second guessing themselves, feeling a little bit insecure with Venus going backwards. This is other people thinking about them, maybe thinking poorly about them with Venus going retrograde still. Then on March 29th this year, 2025, in a few weeks, there is an eclipse in the sign of Aries. There's this final push, this change, this hand of fate that they can't control and they can't fight. We're not having another eclipse in the sign of Aries until 2032. That's a big long ways off. After that, on March 30th, Neptune, the planet of illusion, grace, ethereal energy, like you're floating on air, you're in touch with the divine, you feel the music, you intuit the art. That's Neptunian energy. That planet moves into the sign of Aries. Aries, that's ruled by Mars. Aries, the god of war. Aries will be inundated with feelings, with intuition, with softness, with a love of art. The Aries energy that we know, that we love, is about to be a little bit cuddly, a little bit sensitive, a little bit softer. They're still going to be leaders. They may become spiritual leaders. They may become artistic leaders. They're still going to be passionate, but there's going to be a sensitivity to them. They are going to have this shift on March 30th and not feel like themselves. Now, Aries energy is going to fight this. It's going to be fighting it, splashing about in these waves of the new intuition, these new vibes, these new touchy-feely sensations that Aries is not about. The downside of Neptunian energy is that when we try to avoid it, when we try to not feel it, when we don't use it for meditation, when we don't use it for art, it must produce, and it will produce, and it'll produce in lower vibrations like drinking, like drugs. So if you know any Aries who have had struggles with stuff like this in the past, help them out. Show them this video. This is a time for Aries to get in touch with their sensitive side. This is a beautiful time. I mean, heck, Neptune's there for most of the next 13 years. Aries needs to express themselves through art, through writing songs, writing poetry. These are going to be the kinds of things that Aries is going to be into, like I said, for the next 13 years. We're not through. On May 25th of this year, 2025, the planet Saturn moves into Aries. Guess what? Saturn isn't comfortable in Aries either. Aries doesn't like Saturn. Saturn is all about restriction. It's all about doing it right. Structure, restructure, following the rules, following the perfect timeline. Does that sound like Aries energy? No. Aries has been busy for the past 2 months being sensitive and cuddly and intuitive, and all of a sudden Saturn comes in and disciplines this. It will help Aries energy get into a routine. It will help them understand, learn about this new sensitivity to the ether, to others, this new way that they are feeling other people's auras, the vibrations, the energies. Saturn's going to help them. It's not going to feel like help. It's going to feel like a burden. It's going to feel like the universe is picking on Aries energy, while really Saturn is there to help, to maintain, to structure. So, because Earth moves around the sun faster than Saturn and Neptune, come this fall, Saturn and Neptune will retrograde back into Pisces. So once Saturn goes retrograde, it is going to leave Aries energy on September 1st of this year, 2025. Then it's just Neptune in Aries. So Aries is feeling sensitive, they're feeling unstructured. For those of you who have Aries suns, Aries moons, Aries rising people in your life, you are going to see this shift in them. Come October 22nd of this year, 2025, Neptune retrogrades back into Pisces, and there are no planets affecting Aries energy. At this point, Aries being in their natural energy is probably going to feel weird. There's going to be that other shift. All of a sudden, they're not going to be as sensitive. All of a sudden, they're going to want to fight, be able to fight, feel energized at fighting, and they're going to be out of their comfort zone because they have been in a different place long enough at this point that that different place has started to become uncomfortable. So Aries is in their regular energy from October 22nd, 2025 until January 26th of 2026. So Neptune moves back into Aries on January 26th of 2026 and will be there for the next 13 years. After that, Saturn moves back into Aries on February 13th of 2026. Saturn will not leave Aries until April 12th of 2028. Now, this is not just Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising that is getting picked on. Everybody carries the planet Aries somewhere in their natal chart, somewhere in their soul. We are all going to be experiencing this shift. Do you know where it is in your chart? I have readings available if you want to check out the links below. I'd love to go over this with you. This is a huge shift. This will affect you. This is going to affect the population at large. Of course, it's going to be most visible for people who have their sun, moon, and rising sign in the sign of Aries. So now you know. Goodbye, old Aries energy. We're welcoming in the new. We're welcoming in the soft, the gentle, the sensitive, the well-structured Aries. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon.